Hi, welcome back to Motor Spins. My name is Alexis. I have a 1964 Ghia 1500 GT. Now this is based off of the Fiat 1500 platform, but Ghia was the Coachworks company and they're the ones that designed the car. They just used Fiat internals, drivetrain, and chassis. So let's take a look under the hood, see what's going on. All right, so under the hood we have an inline 4-cylinder. This thing puts out 66 horsepower with 84 pound-feet of torque. So you're not really going to be going too fast in this car. This is made mainly for gelato runs and looking stylish while doing it. This is the Fiat drivetrain, obviously, and you'll see made in Italy and a lot of Fiat parts underneath the hood. That's pretty clear from the Ferrari design language inspiration that you might see. I'm sure Ghia and Ferrari were friends, and a lot of their designs kind of cross-influenced each other. Just a really nice, clean, classic design. Love this car. On the inside, you'll see the 4-speed gearbox, which is pretty par for the course for this era of vehicle. Not really much to touch on the interior, as this is pretty bare bones. Bench seat in the back for your basket of wine and cheese for that gelato run. Coming around to the back, let's open the trunk here. You get some more space for blankets and whatnot for your picnic. And the owner has supplied some cool literature regarding this car. So these bumpers, as you can see, there's not much protection here from collisions. This really drives home the fact that these cars were mainly form over function, which ideally you'd have both, but this was 1960s Italy, so there you have it. Beautiful car. So this badge right here on the side of the car, this is actually the signifier that this is a Ghia and not a 1500 Fiat. Being that this is a Fiat platform, you'll see some Fiat touches mainly under the hood. However, one made its way to these dog dish hubcaps, but this is actually considered a Ghia. So if this car looks unfamiliar to you, it's for good reason. There was only about 800 of these made, and only about 30 of these made it to the United States. One of the things that signifies that this was made for the American market is the speedometer is actually in miles per hour, not kilometers per hour, as it would be in Italy. So opening up the door, you'll see that this car is mostly stock. However, the paint, the original paint, can be seen on the door jambs and the interior. It was this original gold color, and then you can see the aftermarket mustard yellow. So yeah, if you want to see inside, the speedometer is kilometers per hour, and if you'll notice while you're in there, there is a Sunkist can on the dashboard. The current owner says that can slid forward when he was braking, and he believes it to be the original owner's lunch. So he emptied it out, put it on the dash, and it makes a nice touch and a piece of history from the 60s. Along with the tuna can, I wanted to point out this DOT sticker from the state of Pennsylvania from 1988. These touches I feel are really cool to point out about the car's individual history as opposed to the car's, general history. So this made its way across the country to sunny California, where it fits in much better underneath the palm trees. One European touch of these cars that you might not be familiar with is they only gave you one side mirror. And if you're a good driver, that's pretty much all you need. So first impressions inside the car, right off the bat, it smells like an old book in here, and I mean that in the best of ways. It's so cool to be inside an old car like this. There's really not much to point out because everything is very, very bare bones. There wasn't a lot of technology that was emphasized in the interior of vehicles during this time. But yeah, you get some fun switches. There's a couple on the side, I'm not entirely sure do what. And then of course, although this car was made for the American market, they did not, however, translate their gauge cluster titles, or labels I should say. So we have benzina for fuel, olio, which I would imagine is your oil pressure gauge. That's pretty much the extent of my Italian knowledge. Aqua, coolant, or water, I don't even know what they used back then. And then yeah, not a lot of space in here. We get the tunnel for the transmission right here. And then of course manual windows, super last century. This Starkist can doesn't look quite as old as I suspected it might be, but it's cool. It's a cool piece of history of this car in particular. There appears to not be any seat belts. Oh wait, we have lap belts. We have some lap belts here for safety, of course. Let's see. Here we go. Some ancient seat belts. No headrests, so really these don't do you much good, but hopefully you're not going to be going too fast in this car anyway, because this was not made with safety in mind, which is fair. It's a beautiful car. Super interesting driving such an old car just never know. Great experience though. No power steering right off the bat. That's like the first thing you notice, but this car doesn't weigh very much, so it's not a huge deal. Thank you for watching Motorspins. We just checked out this 1964 Ghia 1500 GT. Let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.